It all starts with a dream. Somewhere, someone had a dream. Once a dream is recognized, you need a good team to make it come true. For 70 years, it's been our dream to make your dreams come true. For 70 years, Pioneer has sponsored local teams, local schools, local families. For 70 years, we've put in the work to be prepared every day to help you dream big, connecting what matters, connecting you to your dream. It all starts with a dream. Somewhere, someone had a dream. Once a dream is recognized, you need a good team to make it come true. For 70 years, it's been our dream to make your dreams come true. For 70 years, Pioneer has sponsored local teams, local schools, local families. For 70 years, we've put in the work to be prepared every day to help you dream big, connecting what matters, connecting you to your dream.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here. Why be a ranger?
Welcome back live to the Stride Bank Center. If you were enjoying that last commercial, it's the old Northwestern Rangers making a show up right there on Squirtle.tv. Great place. I happened to work there, couldn't be prouder of it. Alva Goldbugs and the Cashion Wildcats about to duke it out in boys action. Cashion comes in sporting a 7-8 record, but they are ranked number 17 in 2A play. The Alva Goldbugs about 2 weeks ago fell out of the 3A rankings after a couple of losses. They sport an 11-6 record, though they are extremely athletic. As we look at Cashion, they score an average of 51 points a game, give up an average of 57. That puts them -6 on the year. Alva scores an average of 55 points a game. They give up an average of 45. Alva is +10 in the contest coming in. Best offensive performance from Cashion came against Alene Clio. They scored 89 in that game. Their worst offensive performance, they were limited to just 28 against Tennessee. Their best defensive performance, again against the Alene Clio Cougars, Cashion limited them to just 15 points in the ball game. That was their best defensive performance. Their worst was when they gave up 86 points to OCS, 3A's #1 team, by the way. Heck of a game. Alva's best offensive performance was just a few days ago when they put up 76 against the Woodward Boomers. Their worst was when they scored just 29 against Jones. Best defensive performance for Alva was when they limited Newkirk to 16, and their worst defensive performance was when they gave up 69 points to 6A Stillwater at the Alva Shootout. We are ready to get underway here between the Alva boys and the Cashion boys. They have met at the circle. Aiden Kimberlin will sky to control the tip, and we'll have a whistle right off the bat.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either.
So Cashion breaks a streak of, I believe, which, before this, I thought Alva would still be ranked, but it looks like they fell out. They've played 7 straight ranked opponents.
Cashion has taken on a brutal schedule this year, no doubt about it. As Dalen Malone starts things off for the Goldbugs. In the corner to Aiden Kimberlin, who will ring a long three-pointer just off of the mark. Rebound picked up quickly by the Wildcats, and here they come. Nathan Navabi on the dribble. Swings it between the rings. That's Miller who will have it. Penetration, kicks it far side into the hands of Woody. And back up top, Cashion will reset. Fires for a three-pointer is Wilburn. That one's off of the mark. Skying for the rebound, Aiden Kimberlin. Will come down, and there'll be a foul whistled against the Wildcats. Camden Miller picks up his first. So Alva will have to inbound from their baseline against full court pressure. That's Aiden Reese to trigger it in to Aiden Kimberlin. 6'6" guard post player. Combo player for Alva, if you will, tremendously athletic. And the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Cashion as they got the poke away there.
Well, one thing you're going to see from Cashion is an array of different types of defenses. Coach Hardaway will throw a bunch at his opponents. They're really not just great at one thing or another, but they're pretty good at about everything.
Talking to the Alva coaches, I got a very similar lineup from them. He said they just play so aggressively hard defensively, and they are not afraid to match up on you, get in your face, and they can work zone pressure just about as well.
Yeah, they obviously lack size. Their kids are, they're strong kids, athletic kids, but they do a lot with effort because they lack the size.
Quick turnover for Alva, and Cashion has it back. Nobody's scored as of yet. Cashion has a great look at it. Down low, though, as they find the back door open, and Carson Gump will put up the first field goal of the game.
Well, Gump's key for the Cats. He's gotten foul trouble the last handful of games, and if he gets out of the game, it makes him tough inside. But, man, he can get bumps pretty easy.
Alva working the ball around the perimeter. Kellen Pinko with it. Kicks it into Aiden Reese, who will elevate and knock down the two-point jumper, and Alva has leveled the scoreboard at 2 apiece.
Well, I think Alva has a obvious just visual size advantage. I think they need to attack inside. I think they have a lot of success tonight.
Alva boys a lot of times tend to win the size battle with 6'5", Cash Shipley, 6'6", Aiden Kimberlin, 6'2", Aiden Ruiz, and 6'3", Kellen Pinko. They outsize a lot of folks as Dalen Malone will take one down the floor, leave it off the glass for Cash Shipley, who finishes it with a two-hand dunk.
Malone is a very unselfish player. I've seen a couple of follow dunks that he's been a part of.
Leads the team in assists. In fact, they tell me the last couple of ball games he's had 10 in each of the last 2. Cashion, good move right there. Swing through shot, no good. Offensive board for the Wildcats. Oh, and a walk call. I thought we had a foul coming. Turns out it'll be a Wildcat turnover. Alva with an opportunity to take the ball back. Alva leads 4-2.
Shovel to cookies. That's one of Tom Nelson's favorite calls. I had to say that in honor of him.
Tom Nelson, great guy. Got to do some work up here with him just a couple of weeks ago. The Skelter tournament. Aiden Reese has it up top. Swings it to Kellen Pinko as the offense goes to work. Out to Aiden Kimberlin. Good quick move. Step back three-pointer on the way. Nailed it, but referee says that move was too good.
Yeah, that was an NBA move. They let them get by with that when they're paying you to play.
There you go, right? So a quick turnover for the Alva boys. Will put the ball back into the hands of the Cashion Wildcats. And here comes Cashion. Bounce pass to the elbow. They'll feed it back out to Navabi, cutting in. Cross courts one to Woody. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Dalen Malone there to clean up the rebound for the Goldbugs. Quickly down the floor. Pass intended for Cash Shipley, poked away. Kellen Pinko takes it back out to Shipley. Penetration drive, and Cash will lay another one off of the rim.
Good decision by Shipley. They need to work it inside. They have a big-time advantage inside there.
Cash, a natural scorer. Highest averaging points per game player for the Goldbugs at 17 points a game. 2.5 assists, 7 rebounds, a block, and a steal. He's a stat line waiting to happen.
His grandfather's down there. Coach Battisti, I see him in the crowd tonight.
Don't know who that guy is. No, I'm just kidding. Bob Battisti, longtime coach of the Rangers, tremendously successful. In fact, the basketball floor in Percival Fieldhouse at Northwestern, named after Coach Battisti and Coach Barton. Coach Battisti also a member of the Northwestern Sports Hall of Fame for the job he did as a basketball coach. Now, a quick foul whistled against Cashion. Cannot see who they got that one on. I'm going to guess. Held up 2 fingers. First number I saw was 20.
I like it.
I apologize to Carson Gump if that wasn't yours. I owe you one, big guy.
It was 22.
22.
Ella helped us out.
There we go. Thank you, Ella. Don't know what they're paying you, but it should be more.
She does it all.
She does. Helped us out with the Tournament of Champions as well. Cashion quickly back down the floor. Long three-pointer on the way is no good. Alva just had a 3. Didn't see who knocked that out, though. I'm going to give it to Pinko because I thought the ball was on his side of the floor. But Cash Shipley, lob pass underneath to Aiden Kimberlin. Can't quite collect it, gets it on the baseline, and then they're going to be. Aiden Kimberlin was trying to give that ball, trying to get that ball off the hip of the Cashion defender, and instead they're going to whistle a foul on the Wildcats.
Well, a lot of times too, you'll see officials if they can just use an out of bounds violation and keep the kid from getting a foul, but that must have been a really obvious foul down there on the baseline.
So here we go with 3:41. Alva to inbound beneath their own bucket. Lob pass into Aiden Reese with the turnaround dump off, and Aiden Reese has scored again. He's got 4 points in the game for Alva. Aiden Reese averages 9.4 a game. for the Gold Bugs.
Well, obviously, it's their point of their game to get it inside, and I like that strategy.
Long three-pointer on the way, just off of the mark for the Wildcats. That was Anthony Wilburn who'd fired. Alva with a quick rebound, down to Shipley, driving, dumps it off, last minute, Aiden Reese off the rim again. And look at them getting Aiden Reese going today, already 6 points in the game. We have played 4-5 minutes.
Big, strong player inside there. Plays much bigger than his height even.
Certainly does, one of the most ferocious rebounders on the team. Aiden's just a big, tough kid, likes to body up. He's always in good position. Can't say enough good things about the effort he brings to the floor. As Cash Shipley fires from NBA range, saved by Aiden Kimberlin. Rebound picked up by Aiden Ruiz underneath to Shipley, who's going to go up and draw the foul. That was not exactly how you draw it up, but nevertheless, it'll work. Whistled for the foul. That is going to be Nathan Navabi picking up his first, and that'll send Cash Shipley to the line for our first set of free throws in the entire ball game. Shipley, a great free throw shooter, too, as I did not radio jinx him when he knocks down the first one.
I'll tell you what, you were speaking of jinxes earlier on, Adair. I jinxed the tournament. We were ahead of schedule, which never happens.
And then overtime.
I had to relay to the girls' teams that we were going to wait until, what did I say, 2:40 to play their game, and then double overtime. And we ended up starting about on time. So
Cash Shipley knocks down two of them. Substitutions into the game for Alva. Trace Hamilton, Connor Adair, the freshman out there. I know that kid. Three-pointer from the corner, and Cashion rings in. What a big shot that time. Cole
Tishner.
There we go. And that right there is how you get a radio assist.
I'm doing my color job.
Tishner rings in as Alva resets up top. 15-5, Alva out front. Lob pass underneath, and they're going to whistle Aiden Kimberlin for the shove off of that one. Boy, Aiden Kimberlin, the last couple of games has been a magnet for some calls that are sometimes tic-tac. Now, that one was probably pretty legit. Looked like he had a big
got it
step
extended.
forward.
Yeah, he just got it extended a little too much.
But occasionally,
it was a decent acting job, too, by Cashion. You got to give him a little credit. Too.
Absolutely. Aiden tends to draw the eye of the officials, and he's hard to miss being that tall out there. Another three from the corner for Cashion, off of the mark, this time picked up by Dalen Malone. Shooter was Moore. Had a good open look at it, just couldn't connect. Malone, penetration dribble, kicks it out. Connor Adair, three-pointer, bam! Freshman says, don't leave me out.
That'd feel good.
Well, that'll take the pressure off of him.
No, I meant for you.
Well, yeah, that's the first one I've called for him. Came a little earlier in his career than I thought it might. Ooh, big three-pointer in the corner for Cashion, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Count the bucket. An opportunity for the 4-point play as Cashion gets loose from a tremendous look at the tray.
Well, he called an intentional foul, too, on Kimberlin. I think he went down low with his hand, and I think that's kind of a point of emphasis.
Oh, my goodness. So not only will Cashion have an opportunity at the 4-point play, but they'll get the ball back.
Yeah.
One more time on this.
That is Tishner.
Going to have to spell it out so that I get it right.
And this is actually pronounced Nabavi.
Navabi.
Nabavi.
Nabavi.
Yep.
Well, sure enough, if you put the B in front of the A, it does.
It's hard to say.
Nabavi. Appreciate the corrections. I want to make sure I get that right. I know there's a lot of parents that like to tune into Squirtle. I'm one of them.
Yep.
And trying to get your pronunciations right is the least that I think I can do from an announcer standpoint. Free shot knocked out by Cashion. In fact, I think they got two, believe it or not.
Well, great job there by Cole Tishner. Big play for the Cats because that thing was getting kind of away from him.
So look at my score sheet here. I'm missing two for Cashion, but we'll make it up as quickly as we can. Tishner with 5 in the game now. Cashion quickly back on the offensive after the intentional foul call. They will penetrate. Good penetration right there all the way to the rim. That was a tremendous drive by Nathan Nabavi.
Nice. Quick learner.
Well, I try. I can't promise you it's going to come out right every other time. So
Let me give a shout out to Brandy Schieber for helping with our festival shirts. Our company Downtown Threads, who's a big sponsor of the Squirtle Game of the Weeks, provided shirts for all the kids at this event. So it's a big time opportunity for these kids and for her. We want to thank her.
I want to make sure that everybody out there in listening land also gets an opportunity to run by and thank these sponsors that help make these Squirtle broadcasts possible. Without them, things like this can't exist, and we love being able to bring you the bounce-by-bounce action from high school basketball games like these. Alva back down the floor. That was Gasford who gets it off to Shipley, and then Cash is just going to body his way into the paint, go up and score 2 more.
A tough, strong move by Shipley.
Already 8 in the game for Cash. Quickly, Cashion back into the offensive. Deep three-pointer, bam! Didn't even have to second-guess himself on it. That was a huge shot. Nathan Nabavi with his first tray of the game.
Well, Cats can get going from outside. They're tough when they're knocking down threes.
That was deep from outside, too. Another zip code level. Now bodies hit the floor. We'll have a foul whistled against Cashion. Looked to me like they caught Brody Nichols for that one. Cash Shipley back to the foul line for the Bugs. 34 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Cashion was down a bit, 15-5. They've made a little bit of a run back as Shipley connects with the first of 2. Score is now 21-13 in favor of Alva. 34 seconds to go here in the first. Dalen Malone waiting patiently at the scorer's table for his chance to come into the game. Shipley stares down the second. It is up and good. Cash Shipley perfect from the foul line. 4 of 4. Got 10 already just in the first quarter. Cash will go to the bench and earn a very well-deserved break. Here come the Wildcats. Cash it on the dribble between the rings. That's in the hands of Miller. He'll go right side. Nabavi with it. He is long ways away from the bucket, but I would guess still inside his makeable three-point range as he will penetrate and drive, leaves it off the glass. What a tremendous move. 2 more points for Cashion, and then we're going to have a foul, a technical whistled against, I believe they caught Nabavi with that one. May have said something that caught the referee's ear. Nevertheless, Alva will send Aiden Reese to the line. So intentional free throws have been shot by Cashion, and now technical free throws will be shot by Alva. First shot for Aiden Reese is off the mark. That's Alva's first missed free throw of the game. Second shot is on the way, and Aiden cashes in. 7 points in quarter number 1 for him. And there's still time. Alva will get the possession back after the technical foul call. Referees will wave the Cashion player back out onto the floor. That's going to be Anthony Wilburn to come in to the lineup. 8 seconds left as Alva will inbound to Dalen Malone. On the dribble, between his legs, penetrating, elevating. Just off of the mark, no good. Cashion with the rebound, and they will hold timeout, and that will expire the first quarter of play. We'll take a break. Goodness, live from the Stride Bank Center here in Enid, Oklahoma. You're watching it all on Squirtle.tv.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center. Second quarter underway. Cashion Wildcats with the basketball in the offensive forecourt as they begin to work around the perimeter. Ball is in the hands of Miller. He'll kick it up top. Taken by Tishner. And now looking for the cut underneath. It goes off the hand of Miller and out of bounds. All the way out of bounds. That one rolled all the way back to the curtain. Out of the view.
That's when you need the grandstands down there.
Absolutely, right? Pack this place and stop the ball from traveling half a mile. It was off of Alva, so Cashion will maintain the possession. They'll kick it in to Kyle Yao. Will go on the dribble. He'll give it up to Tishner. Top of the key, Tishner working against Hamilton. Good penetration, opens himself up. Clean look at the bucket. That one just a little strong off the back iron. Rebound taken by Aiden Reese and an outlet to Dalen Malone. Malone is the magic man. He can handle the ball from just about any position that he manages to get himself in. As Alva will have it offensively, they'll hoist it down low to the post, and that's Trace Hamilton. Then to Cash Shipley, who tried to go up. They're going to call that foul on the floor, so he was bodied before he could get in the air. And I very clearly saw that one. It will be whistled against Tishner.
Once again, Alva emphasizing inside that lane, and I like it.
Take advantage of what you got. As Aiden Reese will spin and takes a clean look, can't get it to go. Good outlet to Cashion. They want to run the floor. Wildcats Miller with a good hesitation move, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way, left just a bit short off of the hands of Wilburn. Quick pickup by the Bugs. Cash Shipley fires one down the floor. Kellen Pinko able to reel it in, but just barely. Has to kick it back out. Aiden Reese cutting across the paint. Throws it to Cash Shipley. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Wilburn of Cashion, and Alva will keep it. 6:40 left to go to the halftime break. 23-15 between these two teams. Malone to inbound. Bounce pass underneath. Turned down the open guy in the corner. Tried to force one into Hamilton. That'll be a quick Alva turnover.
Yeah, not a good decision there by Malone. If anything, get it out to the perimeter.
Absolutely. Start the offense and work your way back in. A rare turnover from Dalen Malone. Tremendously strong passer, though. Dalen does a great job of looking off pressure and confusing you on which way he's going to go as Cashion opens up with another good shot. Great look, offensive board. Wildcats back with an underneath pass. Great find, and Camden Miller will finish it off.
Good finish there by Miller.
In fact, Camden Miller may have had two in the first quarter that I missed, and if I did, I apologize. Want to make sure I get them right when I give you the totals, and Miller's going to be whistled for a hand check foul against Malone.
Well, Miller needs to be careful, too, with the reaction to the foul calls. They got a T earlier on for that.
And now Alva will get it back. On the inbound, they'll find Shipley. Lob pass underneath off the mark. Little deep, Cash in there to clean it up. Wildcats will hand it off to Miller. Dribbles it into the forecourt, goes to Tishner. Now he'll hand off pass to Yao. Good penetration, back door open. Trace Hamilton with the block from behind. It was a good play from Trace Hamilton. Well timed right there. And a lot of times on that backside you'll get that call, but Trace very careful to just pick the ball that time. Cash Shipley open for three. He's a knockdown three-point shooter as well. That one off the mark.
Goodness, that was deep.
Cash had quickly back down the floor. Cash has got a green light from just about every position on the floor. I think he could take a half quarter at times and JB'd be all right with it.
Yeah, I mean, some of these kids nowadays, it's amazing to me. Their range is, I mean, I was taught to not practice from that far out.
Right.
But
I was told don't shoot ever, no matter what. But it was tough to do from the bench anyway.
But, you know, that's kind of how the game's changed. I mean, you know, we started with Steph Curry, see players like Trae Young, and it's a big-time advantage for people if you can extend the floor like that.
Certainly is, especially if you've got a strong rebounding team, and Alva is tremendous on the boards. However, credit to the Cashion Wildcats. They've been strong on the rebounding side as well today.
They're just gritty, play hard.
Around the perimeter, and they'll fire for three. That one just a bit off of the mark, but again, an offensive board for Cashion. They'll put another one in the air. That one also just a little strong off the side rim. Rebounds pulled away by Malone, and Alva will run the floor. Alva probably played their best game of the season against Woodward earlier this week, and it was a much more controlled pace than they go at a lot of times. They looked fantastic doing it. Cashion will fire one up, doesn't draw anything off of the hand of Brian Nabavi. Alva with the board.
You know, that length is just, it makes it so difficult. The shots that Cashion's having to execute are so much harder than on Alva's end of the floor.
That time, Cash Shipley gets to the bucket, and then the rebound poked out of bounds by Cashion. So Alva will inbound beneath their own board, but you're right. It's an advantage to have that much height. And
Yep.
handful of these guys from Alva can leap out of the gym as well. I'm telling you, I've seen Aiden Kimberlin get high enough to just look the rim in the eye as he floats by. Kellen Pinko, shot from the outside, won't go. Rebound poked around. Aiden Reese comes up with it. Kicks it out to Pinko, penetrates, crosses it over. Dalen Malone now will fire from three-point range. That one not going to go, and Cashion all the way to the floor to pick up the rebound. That's a gritty play and tremendous control right there as the Wildcats maintain the possession. Ball into the forecourt, and Cashion wants to take a timeout. So we'll join him with a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Alva Cashion live from the Squirtle Festival right here on Squirtle.tv.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Welcome back live to the Stride Bank Center here in Enid, Oklahoma. Beautiful downtown venue for the Squirtle Festival. Matt Adair alongside Adam Dieselhorst bringing you the call between the Cashion Wildcats and the Alva Goldbugs. Alva with a 23-17 advantage, 3:47 left to go in the first half. And then Alva nearly manages a steal out of Lance Mathers. That's a guy whose name's been said on Squirtle a handful of times.
Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you, I was about to take over the mic for a minute, talk about what kind of a football player that kid is. Man, he's one of the better players I saw all year last year. What a stud.
I think Lance Mathers was in the talks for one of the best 3A football players in the state, maybe one of the best football players, period. And he's just a junior.
Yeah, stud.
Got another year, and I know when people hear that, that just reminds them of a lot of headaches that they've got coming.
He is one of those kids, when he tackles you, he hits you, you are going down.
And in life outside the field, as soon as Lance takes the helmet off, one of the most gentle and great kids that you can be around. Tremendous young man.
That's typically how, remember Curtis Lofton from Kingfisher?
Absolutely.
He was that way.
Called Curtis Lofton's state championship game when he pitched the ball getting into traffic behind himself.
Yep.
Tremendous play.
Yeah,
and I watched him play in the pros, too. That was fun. What a player.
I think that's a good comparison.
It really
those two.
is. I mean, physically, they play very, very similar types of football.
Yep.
And ability-wise, Lance is probably not far off of what Curtis Lofton was, and he was a tremendous player. Ended up at OU. I'll be surprised if Lance doesn't have a folder full of Division I offers when he's done. 2:43 left to go. Alva and Cashion, as we turn our attention back to basketball. I'm easily distracted. 23-17 the score. Cashion Wildcats on the attack. I like this dribble drive offense of Cashion as they'll fire up a tray. No good. Big offensive board pulled down by Gump, and he'll leave it back up top for his teammate Drake Woody. Knocks the eyes out of one from deep downtown. Believe it or not, that was maybe one of the first scores we've had in this quarter.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been kind of Alva's kind of gotten away from what made them successful. You need to get the ball inside, right? Just as I say that, right?
Aiden Ruiz will go up and score his first two of quarter number 2.
A pass by Malone, man.
They see the floor well, this Alva team.
Well, and I think if you're Alva, you just got to keep getting the ball inside. You're too big. Alva or Cashion can't guard you in there.
So after a long scoring drought for the Goldbugs, Aiden Reese has opened it back up, and he'll take advantage. All 3 on the three-point play.
It's easy to be a coach when you're up here on the mic, by the way.
Oh, certainly.
You know everything. Great official too, by the way.
Yeah, nothing makes you ready to be an official like being a radio guy. No doubt about it. Cashion, good inside-out play again, and they will try and splash down another three-pointer. Rebound careens off the top of the glass and then bounces back into the fair play area of the court. Alva cleans it up. Malone on the dribble. Top of the key. Comes near side into the hands of Gaspard in the corner to Reese. Back up to Gaspard, and they'll swap sides. Malone will attack now. Skips one over to Gaspard. Back to Reese inside. Dalen Malone, a couple of swings of the ball and kicks it back out. Good patience there being shown by Dalen Malone. In the corner to Shipley, back up top to Campbell-Gaspard. Alva just really trying to feel out this zone of Cashion, get the defense shifting and adjusting, see who gets open first. It's Malone, and he'll sky one. Three-pointer on the way. Dalen Malone rings in for the Gold Bugs.
That's big for the Bugs, as now they've extended that lead back to about 9. We saw Cashion creep into a couple of possessions there.
Dalen Malone's first points of the game come from behind the three-point arc. On the dribble, Tishner. Handoff pass to Wilburn as he penetrates. Now a three-pointer on the way. It was short. Rebound pokes around. Referees looking at each other. I didn't see a call either direction, but they must have said off red because White will have it. Full-scale substitution for Cashion. I think they just brought 4 guys in.
Coach Hardaway, I've always said this before, known that guy my whole life. But in a former life, he had to be a hockey fan because he's not afraid to do line changes.
Absolutely. Good coach, too. Cashion having a heck of a run. They've been down the last few games, but like you said, they've played a handful of ranked opponents, all leading up to this Squirtle Festival. And that's the kind of play that'll definitely get your team ready for the playoff run.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I guess 2 or 3 years ago, lost in the finals to Dale. A year before that, I really, truly believe they had every opportunity to win a state championship, but that got cut short during COVID. So they've had a run of some really good teams there.
Boy, that COVID year hurt a lot of folks.
It sure did.
Alva Ladybugs with Peyton Jones on the team were ready to make a run that year, too, and the tournament was called off. Cashion with the ball. On the dribble is Wilbur working against Lance Mathers, and then Lance draws a 5-second count as Wilbur didn't break away far enough, and Lance able to stay inside that proximity circle. That will trigger a substitution quickly off of the bench for Cashion. Coming to the game is Vincent Rainey. Also checking into the game will be Logan Wilburn. So Cashion gets their personnel settled as Alva kicks the ball in for the final 8 seconds of the first half. Dalen Malone on the dribble. Across the top of the key, we're going to have a whistle and a foul call. Cashion caught holding. I think they caught Wilbur on that one. Anthony Wilbur. Burn.
Is that the 5th?
Got 4 on the board, so it must have been team foul number 4. Cashion will quickly trigger it in. Cash Shipley, fade away, three-pointer on the way, no good. Dalen Malone with a stick-back opportunity, and it wouldn't fall. Alva will go to the locker room, enjoying a 29-20 advantage over Cashion. You're listening to the Squirtle Festival right here on Squirtle.tv, live from the Stride Bank Center. We'll take a halftime break and be back to recap first half scoring. You'll catch it all right here on Squirtle.tv.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Enid Brewing Company, the grain-to-glass concept located in the heart of downtown Enid. We are a family-friendly establishment with a variety of local Oklahoma craft beer, wine, and cocktails. We can't wait to host your next happy hour, family gathering, or cater your next big event. Come visit us at Enid Brewing Company on the southwest corner of the square or at 580-297-5214.
Welcome back live to the Stride Bank Center. We're at the halftime mark between the Alva Goldbugs and the Cashion Wildcat. Boys action taking place right here at the Squirtle Festival in Enid, Oklahoma. At the midway point, Alva leads 29-20. Let's take a look at the scoring recaps first for the Wildcats. From Cashion, Oklahoma, Camden Miller has 4 points in the first half. Nathan Nabavi has 6. Carson Gump has 2. Drake Woody rang in with 8 points in the first had 3 points in the first quarter, and then Cole Tishner had 8. So that's your first half scoring there between Alva and Cashion. On the Goldbug side of things, they are led in scoring by 2 players. Cash Shipley and Aiden Reese both have 10 points in the first half, and then they've been helped out by Dalen Malone, who stuck a 3-pointer, Connor Adair, who's got 3, and Kellen Pinko, who also has 3, and that's the 29 of Alva. So at the halftime mark, Alva leads 29-20. We'll take another break and be back with second half action. You'll listen to it all right here on Squirtle.tv, live from the Stride Bank Center.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service. Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution.
Welcome back live to the Stride Bank Center here in Enid, Oklahoma. Matt Adair alongside Adam Dieselhorst. VIP celebrity Dustin Goodnow just showed up here. He'll be signing autographs later if anybody's around. College basketball.
We're not worthy.
Exactly. College basketball play-by-play extraordinaire. Alva will take the first possession. Coming into quarter number 3, they've got a 9-point lead over the Cashion Wildcats, but this has been a fantastic game. Cashion showing that they are athletic, physical, and just absolutely gritty. I love how well they play together as a team.
Yeah, and obviously Alva just, I like what they did, and they got back to it late in the second quarter, pounding that ball inside. I think that needs to be the recipe here in this rest of the way.
Entry pass underneath to Aiden Kimberlin, and tries to blindly, behind the back, actually really creative pass over to Cash Shipley, just rolled off his fingertips. Alva able to run it down. Another lob pass into Kimberlin. Pump fakes, goes off the rim, and Aiden Kimberlin will ring in. Believe it or not, just his first field goal of the game. Aiden Kimberlin, tremendously strong scorer for Alva. In fact, their second leading scorer, averages 15 a game. Cashion now on the penetration drive across the top of the ring. They'll just kick it back into dribble drive offense. Now Miller cuts in. Kicks it back up top, and they'll reset. Wilburn on the dribble, working against Shipley. He'll go right side into the hands of Woody. Couple of dribbles, spins around, cut off by Aiden Kimberlin. Gives it back to Wilburn. Now to Tishner. And Tishner gives it up for a runner from Woody. Didn't go. Rebound being contested. Last touch by Cashion. Great play right there at the end. Camden Miller realized that him or one of his teammates had touched it last and tried to make a very athletic save. Got a hand on it, couldn't control the direction. So Alva will take it back. Inbound pass to Malone. Dribbles across the half-court line between the rings, and now Malone on a drive, picks the ball up, floater too strong and off the mark. Dalen was looking for contact, didn't get any. At least no whistles anyway. Cashion will have it back, crosses it over, three-pointer on the way, bang! Anthony Wilbur knocks one down.
Big answer for the Cats. That's kind of how Cashion is their ability to stay in this game is to knock down shots from outside.
And that was a great look, too. The penetration drive to draw the defense, the kick, and then Anthony Wilburn able to just bury it. Kimberlin on the dribble. Out to Malone. Pump fakes, won't go for the tray. Puts the ball on the floor. Out to Cash Shipley. To Kimberlin up top. Kellen Pinko cutting through. Has to give it up. Ball to Shipley. Nearly poked away by Tishner. Between the legs goes Cash Shipley. And now running inside. He's going to be fouled on the way up. I believe it'll be Carson Gump they catch with that one. It'll send Cash Shipley back to the line.
Great job again attacking the basket for the Gold Bugs. How many Shipley have now?
10. 2 players in double figures to end the first half for Alva. Cash Shipley and Aiden Reese.
Shipley has some fancy shoes, too.
He certainly does. His shoe game is unprecedented.
They look like Lucky Charms.
At least that's what my twin sons tell me. Cash rings in on the first one. Great family surrounding Cash, too. You already mentioned he's got grandparents in attendance here. Mom and stepdad, and then stepmom and dad, all proud supporters of Cash. They're at almost everything that I see him at.
And I see Cooper's down there, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is Cooper here? Is helping at NOC, right?
He is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's Cooper Battisti that we're talking about as Shipley rings in with 2 free throws. Cashion back on the offensive. Tishner hands it off to Wilburn. Pass across the top of the key is knocked out of bounds and then briefly brushes by Drake Woody. Aiden Kimberlin got the tip. Woody got a finger on it. And Alva will inbound under pressure again. They kick it into Malone, and he'll work against Miller in the backcourt.
Be anxious to see if Alva can stretch this thing out. They've gotten it to like 10 or 11 a couple times, but see if they can't get it to 15 or 20.
Pass across the top intended for Malone is going to be quickly picked up by Cashion. That'll be a Goldbug turnover, and here come the Wildcats. Open three, looks good, is good, bang, knocks it down. Drake Woody with 6 in the game now.
Woody says, no, sir, Adam. They're not going to extend it to 15.
We will not
on my
permit
watch.
that to happen. Cash Shipley on the dribble this time, working against Wilbur across the half-court line and into the offensive forecourt. He'll go right side to Malone. One dribble, gets it to Pinko, cutting to the bucket, and Kellen Pinko rings in another score on the day for Kellen. He has got 5 in the game now. Cashion quickly back down the floor. Miller quick as a whistle into the underneath section, and then shot blocked by Aiden Reese. He'll clean up the rebound. Outlet to Malone, and Alva's back on the offensive forecourt. Kellen Pinko with a shot, turns it down. Instead, he'll go inside, lets Aiden Reese go to work. That shot off of the mark. Rebound from Cash Shipley won't go. Picked up by Tishner, and here come the Wildcats. Into the hands of Woody, who just knocked down a trade, and a great underneath pass to Carson Gump as he finds the open man. And a timeout taken on the floor as Cashion puts one in the bucket. Alva leads 35-28. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Squirtle Festival right here on Squirtle.tv.
As a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service. Enabling local.
Down there, Casey was going to come down to the Tournament of Champions next year. She's like, I'll just bring you guys food. Radio guys talking about food. If you didn't know that happens in the off times, you are just now getting caught up. Matt Adair alongside Adam Dieselhorst. If you ever want to know where to eat in the state of Oklahoma, there's 2 groups of people that I found you can talk to consistently. It's radio guys and ag teachers.
That's true. That's true. We even had and coaches. Coach Hardaway was on the Sports Animal today, chatting food with Mark Rogers. So
Alva will inbound out of the timeout. Dalen Malone accepts the pass, and now Cashion runs a little trap for him at the half-court line. Alva able to get it into the forecourt. Cash Shipley with it overhead on the outside. They'll swing it through Pinko to Malone near side underneath. Shipley cutting to the bucket. Retreats back inside. A little too much force for Cash. Kellen Pinko got 2 looks at it with the stick backs. Couldn't make either one go, and Alva has an offensive board. Cross-court pass for Kellen Pinko, and he'll splash a 3. Kellen Pinko starting to feel it.
Well,
give him 8 in the game.
Pinko, the last handful of games that I've seen Alva play, he's been an impact player for them, really knocking down shots for them.
Is the younger brother of one Kyler Pinko, who scored 40 points in at least 3 basketball games a year ago, and is working his tail off at the college level. Now is Cashion not to be denied. They'll splash back with a 3 of their own, and that went off of the hands of, it was Brody Nichols.
And Malone had the right idea. That ball just kind of floated on him when he threw the pass. Rarely do you see him make mistakes like that.
Right play, just not executed the way you'd like. Cashion gets a quick turnover from Alva, and here they come. Wildcats really heating up from behind the arc now as they will go on the dribble, top of the key. Force it into the corner, and then swing it back up top. Nabavi with it. He will give it up into the hands of Woody, who wants to penetrate and drive, and then there's going to be a foul whistled against the Goldbugs. 24, I believe, Aiden Reese will catch that one. Maybe just his first foul of the game.
Well, and Woody's one of the guys for the Cats. They need to get going offensively. He usually leads the way for them.
6 in the game for Woody as he rings in with a free shot. Give him 7 now. Several substitutions for both sides come in. Referees having a whistle and a think about it. Alva had too many guys on the floor. It's Kellen Pinko who's subbed out. Alva trying to work that 6'5" advantage. Referee said no dice. Drake Woody will have a second shot. Up and in. Nothing but net on both of them for Woody.
You and I were around when they still played. At least one of the games they played with 6.
Yeah, right. I remember that.
I do too. It was actually fun. I enjoyed 6-on-6 girls basketball.
6-on-6 girls basketball could be very exciting as Cash Shipley takes a baseball pass down the floor and puts 2 more in the bucket. 14 on the day for Shipley now.
Well, and you see Alva extend, and it just kind of seems like Cashion just keeps kind of hanging around. And
really, it was that onslaught at the beginning for Alva that's been the difference in the game, because Cashion has kept up blow for blow with him ever since.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tied up ball between Lance Mathers and Brody Nichols.
You see Alva get it out to 10 or so. Cashion makes a little run, hits a 3, cuts it back down. Then Alva seems to extend it back out. Alva just needs to, they kind of have had some silly turnovers, which would allow them to extend the lead that have kept them from doing that.
Well, just get back to basics. Right now, the underneath game working well for Alva. See them just take their time and pound that away as Cash Shipley makes an athletic play on the ball, but it's recovered by Cashion. In fact, Drake Woody did a good job. Cash tried to play it off of him out of bounds. Woody just took it like a pass. Missed the shot, but got the offensive board. And now here come the Wildcats attacking again. In the corner to Miller, couple of dribbles, and he's cut off. Needs to find a teammate as he's deep into the 5 count. He'll send it up top to Tishner. Dribbles between the rings and goes back to work. Connor Adair providing the defense as Tishner cuts in, kicks it to the corner. Aiden Kimberlin got off of his feet, and Miller will try and finish at the rim. Shots off the mark, but did draw the foul.
Good job that time by Miller. Miller needs to be more intentional offensively for the Cats. He's great point guard, great distributor, works hard, defends well, but they need more from him on offense.
Got 4 in the game, make it 5, and he is tremendously athletic, so I think he's definitely got the ability to do it. Fast first step.
Yep.
Runs the floor exceptionally well. Handles pressure as good as anybody I've seen. Very deliberate with his free throws here. First one was up and good. Second one, nothing but net. 6 points in the game for Camden Miller now. Cashion will make another substitution. Referees are discussing something. Player to the bench for Cashion, or went to the bench for Cashion, was Brody Nichols. I think he was replaced in the lineup by Wilburn back in the game. So now Cashion with full court pressure. Adair to trigger it in. Finds Aiden Kimberlin. Tremendously proficient dribbler is Aiden Kimberlin. He handles pressure with the ball well, too, and you don't see big guys do that often. And then an offensive foul whistled against Kimberlin. As I talk him up as a dribbler, he lays a full forearm shiver into one.
Well, I mean, he's still a good dribbler. He just
aggressive play.
Yeah, he's got the protection dribble down is what he's got with a capital P.
Aiden Kimberlin and Connor Adair will head to the bench for Alva. They'll be replaced by Campbell Gassford and Dalen Malone. Campbell Gassford, another one of those kids that you can't say enough good things about. Tremendously athletic, phenomenal football player, was the quarterback for Alva. Great baseball player as well, and helps out the team a ton with what he brings to the basketball court. Tishner with it, thinking about a 3. Instead, he'll dribble to the elbow where he's tied up by Aiden Reese. And that'll force a Cashion turnover as Alva takes it back.
Great defensive play there.
Good help defense.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alva takes it down to the baseline. Full court pressure being applied by Cashion. It's giving the Bugs a little bit of trouble. 40-35. Cashion's cut it down to 5. Cash Shipley accelerates to the forecourt underneath to Lance Mathers, and that one's going to be an easy bucket for Lance. Nice pump fake, and Lance gets up for his first 2 of the game. Cashion quickly back down the floor. Miller working between the rings. Cashion offense gets set up. Here comes Camden Miller. Handoff pass, 3-pointer on the way, just off of the mark. Double bounces off of the back of the rim, and Dalen Malone tears away the rebound. That was Anthony Wilburn with the shot. Alva with a chance to extend their 2-0 run. Cash Shipley down to Mathers. One dribble, cut off. Finds Aiden Reese parading down the middle of the paint. Misses the initial shot. Stick back won't go on the offensive board, but Reese is fouled on the way up.
Too much size. Cats are standing around watching. You got to put a body on somebody, too, if you're Cashion.
Didn't see who they whistled that foul on. It was a 2, so 25 or 22, as Aiden Reese connects on the first. Big game for Aiden Reese as he rings in with his 11th point of the game. Shot on the way, up and good for Aiden Reese. He is now 4 of 5 from the foul line. Connor Adair will trigger back in for Alva. Taking the place of Campbell Gassford. And Cashion will have the ball. 49.2 seconds left to go in the third. Wilburn will kick it in to Miller. Camden Miller on the dribble. Tishner will take it wing left. Now back up top to Wilburn. Send it far side to Miller. Couple of swing steps. In the corner to Tishner, guarded by Mathers. Back to Miller. 31 seconds. Camden Miller goes on the dribble. Penetrates, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. Great look at it. Couldn't make it go. And then Cashion outworking Alva for the rebound there. Drake Woody did a good job trying to save that in for his team. Couldn't make it go. And now 4 substitutions off the bench of the Wildcats. They'll make it all 5. Alva sends it in with 20 seconds left. Dalen Malone on the dribble. He'll work against Blake Wilburn. Malone crosses him up, gets to the top of the key. Malone to Reese, 10 seconds. To Cash Shipley, and now he'll be fouled. I don't think that was intentional. Or intentional. I don't think Cashion meant to do that. Foul whistled against Kyle Yao. Another substitution for Cashion as they'll bring Anthony Wilburn back into the game. Shipley to inbound for the Gold Bugs. Finds Dalen Malone between the rings. Quickly back to Cash Shipley. Ball almost poked away. Aiden Reese has it to Shipley. Sets up for three. Ooh. In and out. No good. Rebound poked away momentarily. Cashion able to secure it, but the third quarter will come to an end. At the end of 3, it's Alva 44, Cashion 35. This is still a game. 1 quarter left to go. We'll take another break. You're watching it all on Squirtle.tv, live from the Stride Bank Center in Enid.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma. Big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist. Ready to get back in the game? Great.
Welcome back live to the Stride Bank Center in Enid, Oklahoma. I'm Matt Adair, joined by Adam Dieselhorst for Squirtle.tv, bringing you action from the Squirtle Festival as Alva and Cashion lock up in boys action. Gold Bugs with a 44-35 lead over the Wildcats. Cashion will have the ball to start things off, and it'll be Miller on the dribble. Good screen set as Camden Miller goes all the way to the bucket. Rebound being contested, poked around. Kellen Pinko finally secures it.
Yeah, good hustle by Gump, but just too much size, too much length for the Gold Bugs.
Boy, and Kellen Pinko can absolutely hop. Not only is he a tremendous basketball player, but a state medalist in high jump as well. He can get up. Dalen Malone with it in the corner, up top to Cash Shipley. One dribble, sends it over to the freshman. Working against Tishner. Wrap-around pass, top of the key to Aiden Reese. Back to Pinko as Alva continues to stir offensively. In the corner to Dalen Malone. Quick move, he'll drive baseline. Malone almost loses the ball, works around a defender, tosses one off the glass, no good. Malone cleans his own rebound up, and Dalen Malone goes back up and gets another.
Now Alva stretches it to 11, so we're going to see here in this fourth quarter if Cashion still has the ability to hang around or if Alva can extend this thing.
Just 4 points in the game now for Dalen Malone, who is a tremendous scorer of his own right, averages 7 points a game, and he's coming off an injury. Rolled his ankle early in the season, missed most of the action before Christmas break, only came back in time for the Wheat Capital Tournament just a week or two ago. So really just getting to the top of his game during his senior year. We'll take a quick break with the timeout. You're watching it all on Squirtle.tv.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes. Is your school or booster club looking for ways to...
Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center here in Enid, Oklahoma. They try and get my attention to tell us we're back on the air. Goodness. I've done this before, I promise.
Yeah, I know. Well, Ella kind of gets sneaky on you. You got to watch her. Trying to catch us off guard.
Tremendous production crew here for Squirtle.tv and all the folks that brought the Squirtle Festival to life. It's been a tremendous undertaking, but gosh, you guys have done things well.
It's been a long 2 days, I can tell you that. 20 games we'll be finishing throughout the night, but man, it's cool. We get a lot of great communities that come out, been great fan support, and, been good games, and we got a full day tomorrow. So if you want to watch some hoops or come and enjoy some hoops in person, we'll be here all day tomorrow too.
The fun continues as Alva has the ball to start things off. They kick it out to Aiden Reese, then to Connor Adair. Baseball pass over to Kellen Pinko, to Cash Shipley underneath to Aiden Reese, who drops in another one. Aiden Reese is having a great day. 14 points in the game for him. Miller on the dribble for the Wildcats. He'll go right side into the hands of Wilburn. Tries to penetrate. Good swing step right there. Kicks it back out to Tishner. He'll take on Kellen Pinko. Gets an open drive to the bucket. Kicks it back out. Wilburn with a three. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Nice way to follow your shot right there. Back to the top of the key. 2 3-point opportunities. Couldn't find the handle for either one of them. Cashion will swing it in and then kick it back up top. Tishner will go on the dribble. First right, now left. Handoff type pass to Woody. To Miller, now back to Tishner. Cashion continues to work the outside. Checking for weak spots in the perimeter and then open for a shot and fouled on the way up. He'll draw two. That was a great move right there, Drake Woody.
Been impressed with Alva's perimeter defense because it's hard to keep these guards from Cashion in front of you. And for the most part, they've done a good job tonight.
I think they caught the foul on Connor Adair. If so, that'll be his first. Sends Woody to the line for a look at two, and the first one is up, nothing but net. He had two in the third quarter. They were free throws and a three-pointer to go along with it. He is perfect from the charity stripe. Had one free throw in the first quarter of the game. Or excuse me, that was a marked out thing that I thought was a free throw shot, but nevertheless, he stays perfect 4 for 4 on the day. And a quick timeout. So we'll take it with him. You're listening to the Squirtle Festival on Squirtle.tv, live from the Stride Bank Center in Enid.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com. Are you looking for a local, reliable propane?
Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center. Matt Adair, Adam Dieselhorst bringing you the action on Squirtle.tv. The place to be for basketball, definitely Enid, Oklahoma, as the Squirtle Festival is going on all of today, tomorrow as well.
If you miss the first 20 games, you can pick up 10 tomorrow. So
nice. Alva gets the ball into the forecourt, has it poked away. Good steal by Cashion. Here come the Wildcats. Wilburn on the drive, gives the ball up to Yao. He'll hand it behind him to Nabavi. And then back out, Woody sticks a three. Or excuse me, Wilburn. My goodness, what a fantastic shot. He has got a quick trigger. He's very accurate.
Cats clawing back. We've seen Alva get that lead extended, and it seems like Cashion comes back with some big shots.
Aiden Reese with an answer for Alva. Picks up 2 more in the fourth. He's got 4 in this quarter now, 16 in the game.
Man, I really like his game. He has played a great game tonight, too.
Truly one of the guys that you can just count on week in, week out to be a big presence for Alva. Cashion continues to work around the perimeter. Dribble drive defense underway as they defeat the exterior. Cash Shipley gets a good block and then a rebound.
And now if you're Alva, you probably want to try to get some clock moving in this possession.
Well, Kellen Pinko wants to go all the way to the rack and give it up to Aiden Reese, and then rebound's going to be poked outside. Cash Shipley will take it. One drive, Euro step on his way to the bucket, and he's going to be fouled on the way up.
What do I know?
Yeah, right? I would have thought shorten the game, too, run some clock. But
we're old school.
Alva's got the foot on the gas pedal, and they are not willing to take it off quite yet.
They are being very intentional about getting the ball inside, though, and I like that. So that works.
It certainly does as Shipley stares down another free throw. Hits that one.
It's a lot easier to shoot them from 4 foot away than from 25.
Cashion with another line change. A lot of Wildcat players have seen time today.
Yes, sir. He plays a lot. He plays 12, 13 kids.
Shipley stares down the second, and Cash Shipley is now perfect, 8 of 8 from the foul line in this game. 16 points for Cash as Cashion opens up with a three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Rebound slapped out of bounds by Alva. Aiden Kimberlin has re-entered the game for the Gold Bugs. Alva back to their starting 5. Long inbound pass for Cashion, taken away by Aiden Kimberlin. And here comes a show as Aiden Kimberlin tries to stuff one. Can't get it to go. Kellen Pinko cleans up the rebound. Alva gets a second look at it. Can't make that go either, and they'll have to pop it back out.
Well, Aiden jumped from about 10 feet further out than he probably needed to, but that was about to be an explosive dunk.
Turns into something that probably benefits Alva either way because they've been able to run a little bit more clock now as they get to Aiden Reese down low. Kicks it back up top for Shipley. Now to Kimberlin. Aiden Kimberlin at the pro line. Dribbles around, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul, a hook on the offender.
And he's had a lot of just kind of
I think
off-the-charts fouls tonight.
I think that's his third foul, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe all 3 of them have been offensive.
I'm going to tell you one thing that I know for sure is Alva wins the award for the best-dressed coaching staff so far in this tournament.
Right. All 3 of those guys over there with ties on.
I mean, I haven't seen somebody with a button-up on yet. Everybody's got zip-ups and windbreakers. And
I really like JB's look today, too. JB Kimberlin, head coach for Alva, all black with the white tie and the white shoes. He's cleaning the look up nice.
It is good.
Kellen Pinko will foul Tishner on the way to the bucket. And we will see Cashion back to the foul line as Cole Tishner will have a look at 2. He is 2 for 2 in the game as well. Got 5 points so far, chance to make it 7. 52-40 Alva on top, 3:17 to go as Tishner stares down the first one, rims in and out, no good. Call that the streaming jinx right there. I will take full credit for that one, my bad. Second shot on the way, and that one rolls off the front of the rim as well. I have to check that rim for level.
Yeah.
Goodness. Dalen Malone trapped in the corner. Lob pass up ahead to Kellen Pinko on the sideline. And then Pinko is going to be called for an offensive foul, a hook getting around him. The referee's really watching that right now. Boy, I've not seen that call back-to-back in a long time.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen it in a long time. You're exactly right. We've seen some, we had that low check call on Kimberlin, too, where he checked the shooter below the waist, and I believe that's automatically an intentional foul. You don't really see that very often either.
Glad you brought that up. I said Aiden's fouls were all offensive, but the one intentional stands out as the difference.
That's why I'm here for the color.
There we go. Miller swings it around the perimeter, and bang, Cashion drops another one as Drake Woody rings in from the three-point line and a quick timeout. This will be a full timeout, so we'll take it. You're listening to the Squirtle Festival. God, I got to stop saying that. You're actually watching the Squirtle Festival right here on Squirtle.tv, live from the Stride Bank Center in Enid.
They're listening, too.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
You and your family's health is important, but finding a healthcare provider can be a challenge. Getting in to see one when you're sick is even harder. But what do? Reliant Direct Primary Care. Direct Primary Care gives you 24/7 access to your provider, unlimited visits, minor procedures, sports physicals, at-cost labs and medications, and well-child visits, and same-day or next-day appointments. Find us online at ReliantDPC.com. Reliant Direct Primary Care. It's time to prioritize your health. You and your family's health.
Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center Squirtle Festival underway. Fourth quarter action between Alva and Cashion boys game. Alva leads 52-43. Cashion clawing their way back into this one. Full court pressure against the Goldbugs as they will work it right and left. Across the half-court line into the hands of Dalen Malone. Some contact there, no whistle. He'll send it across the way to Cash Shipley. Return pass to Malone. Back to Shipley. Cash turns down the NBA range three. Goes instead to Coleman Gassford. Now back to Shipley. He'll line up the tray, and that one's off the back iron. A little strong, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cash, and Drake Woody on the run. We'll take it all the way wing right. Handoff pass to Wilburn. Brings it across the top to Tishner. Works his way back between the rings, and Cashion will reset. Tishner, top of the key, going right. Kicks it into the corner. Here comes Wilburn. Lob pass to Miller. He'll penetrate, gets to the elbow. Good spin move, gets some separation. Back to Wilburn, finds a little hole, and he will drive in and lay it off of the glass for two. Anthony Wilburn with 5 in the fourth quarter. 8 the game.
I don't know how many times we said this, but Cashion once again cuts it back down. It's still a 3-possession game, but
Dalen Malone trapped, finds Shipley as an outlet, cross courts it to Connor Adair, then wisely kicks it back up to Dalen Malone.
Better decision. Make him come out and foul you. I don't mind the wide open three the last possession, but man, you sure would like to run as much clock as you can here if you're Alva.
Dalen Malone on the count. Cashion will send a second defender, and Dalen is going to be called with the travel foot slid. Great eyes at him.
Krause, he was a little late on it, but good job. You still want to make that call even if you feel like you may have missed it initially. It's the right call.
So Alva a little panicky. Dalen Malone, a good athletic move. Couldn't get himself stopped. Too much momentum. 52-45. Miller on the dribble. Alva looking for a big defensive stand here. Aiden Kimberlin back in the game to provide some of that power down low as Cashion will ring in again. A big three-pointer from Drake Woody, his second of the fourth quarter. Give him 8 in quarter number 4 alone.
Yeah, nice.
Back to Aiden Kimberlin from Kellen Pinko, and Aiden will slam one down Broadway.
Big time jam, man.
Boy, when Alva gets loose, they can put on a show. There's no doubt about it as Cashion recovers quickly and a foul whistled. Thought that was against the Goldbugs. It was. There we go.
Maybe I doubted Kimberlin earlier on when he tried to punch it from 10 feet out. That was really impressive. And 2 hands.
Tell you, he has got some incredible hops. You didn't get to see much of it today, but he can dunk underneath, flat-footed, just right hand, left hand.
Yeah.
Tremendous jumper.
Got great length, too.
Miller fires it up, and he'll connect on the first of 2 free throws.
I'm going to have to create a little highlight clip of that one right there.
That's a good one.
We'll get Tyler Kerr to do that for us. He's our expert film splicer.
Now a timeout taken by the Goldbugs. A 30-second timeout. Give us a quick chance to jump out and be right back with you. You're watching the Squirtle Festival on Squirtle.tv.
They're listening to them.
Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center. Matt Adair alongside Adam Dieselhorst. Good game underway between Alva and Cashion. We are under a minute, 48 seconds left to play in the ball game. Alva's got a 54-49 lead, and Camden Miller has a chance to close that by 1, and he does. Camden Miller perfect from the free throw line today as well, 4 of 4.
Ooh.
Alva gets it in, but it's immediately taken away. A bounce pass from Cash Shipley was misread by the Alva squad, and Cashion has it back. They're down 4 with 40 seconds. Tishner on the dribble. Gives it up to Drake Woody, who's been tremendous from behind the arc, and he will power through, try to take an off-balance shot.
Great timeout.
And then a timeout called by the Cashion coach right as they get the offensive rebound. That was a great timeout call right there. It's just a 30, so we can maybe talk about this one a little bit. Gosh, Alva really fumbled away a possession that could have potentially ended the game, and Cashion right now trying to turn it into goal.
Well, that was one situation there, too, where Cashion should have just went up with it quick once the ball got into your hands. It was kind of like, oh, my gosh, what's this? They just threw me the ball. So they got a little surprised, but good job by Cashion going out, trying to run a little bit of offense. But, man, that was about to be a disaster by Cashion. Coach Hardaway got himself a good timeout. I promise you he'll have a play drawn up here coming out of this inbounds. The guy has about 60 inbounds plays.
I was going to say, Cashion with an opportunity here on the inbound to really set up what they like. If they could capitalize on another three-pointer, which they have hit 3 of them in the fourth quarter already. Anthony Wilbur has 1. Drake Woody has 2. That would close the game to 1 point and still leave you 20-ish seconds to go. Force Alva to take care of the ball, which has been a bit of a problem for the Gold Bugs down the stretch.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of defense Alva comes out. And a lot of teams like to play zone in a situation like this. It's harder to get screened, obviously, in a zone. But if you see Alva come out in a man, I'm going to predict this right now. Cashion's going to get a really good look.
Alva looks to be matching up. So here we go. It is a matchup man defense for Alva. Cashion will bring it into the corner. Dalen Malone there to cut off any shot opportunity. And now stuck with the ball is Drake Woody. Bounce passes it up the floor into the hands of Wilburn. He'll send it up top for Miller. Time running. Miller, great spin move into the paint. Now underneath. Alva flies by. Ball is knocked away. Cashion gets the rebound, and then Aiden Reese is going to grab a hold of it, and it's going to be a jump ball. This will favor Alva, and that was a tremendous series of plays. Aiden Reese took somebody with a hip flip right there.
Yeah, big time defense by the Gold Bugs. Man, I was wrong on my prediction. Dalen Malone got over the top of that screen. Love the inbound concept, but Malone just too good on defense.
Alva will inbound to Aiden Kimberlin, who's going to be fouled immediately by Brody Nichols. Good heads-up play from Cashion. Only the second team foul, so Alva will have to inbound again with 9.4 seconds left. And Cashion athletic enough to make this scary. If you're a Gold Bugs fan, hang on to your seat. See who comes away with one here as Reese will get it into Malone, who's going to be fouled by Miller. Third team foul on Cashion. Alva will have to inbound again. And the Gold Bugs should be willing to let Cashion play the foul game because each time it's taken a second or so off the clock as they get it into Cash Shipley, who was not fouled, but unless they call that a push as he elevated.
I think they called a hold on before the ball even got in. So
they'll get it into Shipley, who dribbles a little timeout, and then he's going to be wrapped up, fouled by Anthony Wilburn, and that will be the 5th team foul for Cashion, and it will send Alva to the free throw line. This is where you wanted to get if you're a Wildcat. However, you probably didn't want Cash Shipley to be the guy.
Yeah, this should wrap things up here, obviously, for Alva. I mean, Shipley's a good free throw shooter. Got a 4-point lead, 4 seconds. It'd be pretty difficult to overcome that.
Shipley eyes the first one, nothing but net.
That should make it the game.
Cash with a second, no rebounders in for Alva. 4.7 seconds left to go. Skies it, flies it, nothing but net. Cash Shipley 10 of 10 from the foul line today. That's a heck of a stat line as Miller will take it down the floor. 2 seconds through the double team. Good jump stop, fires up a 3, and that will do it. Alva walks away with a 56-50 win over the Cashion Wildcats. We'll get out of here and be back to bring you final scoring totals. You're watching the Squirtle Festival on Squirtle.tv live from the Stride Bank Center in Enid, Oklahoma.
It all starts with a dream. Somewhere, someone had a dream.